Hey, this is a quick tutorial on how to make a audio slideshow using iPhoto and QuickTime. The first thing you want to do is in iPhoto, you'll want to import your photos or pictures that you want to use. You'll have to choose File, Import to Library, and choose the photos that you want. Select them all, import them. I've already done that. It's already in my library here. The next step you want to do is create an album. Down here you'll choose that plus sign, and then it'll give you this option to name it. You can name it whatever you want, doesn't matter. For this example, I'll use test. I already made an album like that, so let me show you over here. And when you first create it, it'll be empty. It won't have those photos that you see there. In order to put those photos, you'll have to go back to the library and select the photos that you just imported. Select all of them and drag them over here to the album and drop them in there. And when you do that, they'll appear in here. Now at the bottom, you'll see something that says Slideshow. Click that, and it's going to show you basically the photos on top that you selected in that album and the preview of the slideshow here. At the bottom, this is going to be the play to view it in full screen, the preview, which lets you view it in here, and then the effect and transitions. This right here is only to adjust the current picture that you see. Same thing goes for this adjust button. This is only going to adjust the current slide or picture that you see. You shouldn't need to touch any of that unless you want to individually adjust the pictures, but what you'll want to choose is settings, and in settings you'll choose the amount of seconds that you want each picture to show, and when you change this, every single slide will be 5, 6 or whatever, however long the seconds you choose. Transitions you can choose. For this instance, I recommend probably doing a dissolve, and the speed, you can play around with that, but you probably want something slow to give it a nice effect. On right here, you'll probably want to take off Ken Burns effect. That's just something that zooms in and out of the pictures, and I don't recommend that, but you can play around and choose. Repeat slideshow, you want that on. Down here doesn't matter so much because we're not going to use music in this slideshow. And then the slideshow format, which you want is to choose the 16:19 widescreen. Choose that and hit OK, and then that'll format it to all the settings that you currently put. Down here at music, choose that and uncheck play music. Hit OK because you don't want to play music during this slideshow. And that's it. You're basically done creating the slideshow. You could preview it if you want to, and it's just going to show you basically the slideshow that you created with all the settings. At this point, you're ready to export it, and you'll want to title it anything you want. I would suggest something that goes along with the slideshow. For right now, I'm just going to put test, save it to your desktop so you can find it easily, and just do a large export. So export that. It's going to take a few seconds. Okay, it's finished doing the export. I remember I saved it to my desktop, so now I just need to open QuickTime, and at this point you're just going to use QuickTime. First open the movie, open file, and you'll want to open the movie. It's on a desktop. We named it test, so here it is. Open that and you'll be able to play it, and it's just basically going to be the movie file of the slideshow that you created. So what you want to do is move this slider all the way to the beginning and leave it there because you won't need it to move anything right now. Just leave the slider at the beginning. Go to File and choose New Audio Recording. It'll give you this, and I recommend just doing a voiceover if you don't have sound from the photo shoot or from the scene that you took photos of. For example, if you went to a concert, you can record clips here and there and just add that to the slideshow. Or if you want to do a voiceover explaining what the pictures are and stuff like that, and creating some type of audio, feature, you could do it this way. So you would hit record and then hit play, and then you would start talking about the pictures. I gave myself about 6 seconds, I think. So you would talk about each slide for about 6 seconds, and go through the whole thing and be, try to be as clear without too many ums and pauses. So let's assume this goes all the way to the end. It would have stopped. You hit stop here, and then at this point you would drag this to where you would want the the audio. So let's say that was the piece that I wanted to choose. You could go back and hit play and just hear where it is that you want to keep. Okay, so that you would choose it. Once you do that, go to edit, copy, and it's copying this part that you selected. Go back here and remember that I said that you need to have this moved all the way back to the beginning. Go to file and actually go to edit and choose add to movie, and it will add the audio that you had here at the beginning, where the little slider thing was. So it adds it wherever this thing starts off at. And if you hit play, and then you would start talking about the pictures. That's about 6 seconds, I think. That's what we recorded. About each slide for about 6 seconds. And okay, so that is basically what you do. And at this point, you can mess around with the sound and just make sure that it's in sync with what the slides are. You might have to record several times to get that matching with the audio with the video. But once you do that, hit file, save, and that's it. You can close this, you can close this, and if you want to just double check, go to QuickTime. If you closed it like I did, open the file, hit test, and there you go. It saved it with the audio. Then you would start talking about the pictures. I gave myself about 6 seconds, I think. So you would talk about each slide for about, and that's it. One other thing I left out was at the beginning when you open up the file, you probably want to show Movie Inspector. I'll leave that in the written instructions. The Movie Inspector, or the movie properties, I mean, just shows you everything that's in the video, including the video and the sound. So you see that my sound is 21 seconds and the video is 37. So just try to match your sound to about the same length, if not a little bit less. And that's it. Good luck. Test it out. And hopefully you have some videos up by Tuesday. Some slideshows, I mean, by Tuesday, so we can upload them to the site.